get in here, man. Get in here. Hello, guys. It actually is right now currently 19 something.
1947.
It's 7:48. So just before 8 p.m. at night, the event is just finished a couple hours ago. We had things go on until 3, I think, and then everybody was gone by what, 5? Something like that. So everybody's stuck.
We wanted to get people out here at 3, but people were still in here at 3:45, just because we went around and said goodbye to everybody, and then they were outside. And we were so excited about having so many people outside, so we also jammed with them outside, even though we should have cleaned up earlier. But now, we're done.
Yep, everything is gone. We are finished, and we thought that we 3 would just sit down here and have a quick little chat and capture some of the impressions right after this event before before going home and getting some well-needed rest. So, maybe Bruno, let me know what your thoughts are. How are you feeling right now, and how do you think everything kind of went?
My feeling right now is being pretty exhausted.
I can relate.
Yeah, I think the first thought that comes to mind is really the admiration that you did this with the two of you last year. That's insane. I don't because I'm really tired right now, and I think doing this with only one other person, it would be extremely draining. I think I would have either fainted or just fall asleep on this couch right here.
People came to me and told me, "Oh, we were just attendees. We were just sitting there watching you guys, and we are exhausted." I don't know how you did that.
Yeah,
it was funny to hear.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it went really well. I think I also talked with some of the cardists, and they said everything felt really streamlined this year, and maybe very small technical difficulties, but most of it was pretty good. It was also just a joy working with you guys, just to relieve some pressure for you, just to do the shop and stuff, and just do things so it was easier on you too as well. Because I remember last year really wanted to talk to you guys, and you were like, "Oh yeah, just 1 sec," and then never seen you again.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
that's a really good point. It happened a lot.
yeah, I think this year there was a lot more room for everyone to just talk with other cardists and friends, and I'm glad I was able to sort of be part of that, I guess.
Right, amazing. Maybe we don't want to we have spent the last 4 days together, right? Just working together all day and talking, so we could probably fill fucking hours talking about everything, but just to keep this kind of snappy, maybe let's all list a couple of our favorite kind of moments, right? Think about what is kind of unexpected things, and I guess let's have you start. Do you have something from the top of your mind, just one of the, to keep it simple, maybe the one could be a screening or something, but the one thing you just liked the most? Anything come to mind?
So I think my favorite screening was the one from Elliot, but my favorite moment, favorite thing on stage, and I hope this is not too boring, because last time about the last event I said, oh yeah, the freestyle competition was great, but I have to say the blindfolded route of the freestyle competition was absolutely amazing. I loved that.
It was great. That's right. How about you, Bruno?
One really moment that stood out was sort of the Dutch cardist making it to the finals. That I thought that was cool, because in our group, sort of in the Dutch cardistry community, we'd already won. So that was pretty cool. That was a funny moment. I also really liked the sketchbook ideas from Komarebi. I thought that was brilliant, and it really inspired me because last year I did a lot of drawings, and now there wasn't too much time for that. And I think I got the book and I directly ran outside and just like filled like 4 or 5 pages.
Dude, I didn't fill any of the pages. I should have. Like, I had the idea immediately to like let all the people sign on the first page. Yeah, I also thought, I could ask people to draw something in there or something. But I didn't fill it at all. Like, I stickered the front of it, and that was it. Because then like other things were going on. But I also think I will definitely use it in the future because it was a great idea.
Yeah. I thought it was a really nice, like, fresh concept, and I'm good. I had tons earlier. Another really nice thing was I loved all of the Q&As. I thought like that was really fresh, really nice. Also to see Komorebi like with as a group, I thought that was super interesting because they're very they're a very tight friend group, I would say, and seeing them, or like hearing them talk about performing Cardistry with the 3 of them, that they feel that it's really good for creating and like other opinions, and that they inspire each other. I think that's a really interesting thing because not a lot of cardists have that opportunity, and I think I have the analogy of a band where it's like you sort of make new music because you like fuse your styles, and I think this is a really good Cardistry example where that happens. And
and I think it was really funny because in the beginning I thought, okay, they're a bit quiet. Like Oliver was more like talking out and just saying stuff, and they were a little bit more quiet in the beginning, but then they had so funny answers to some of the questions. I think you answered a question like how long does it take, and Linus just saying no, and everybody starts laughing. It was amazing. They had so great answers to questions, and mixed it up and didn't only give like the simple answer.
Yeah,
so
but
that
also,
was great.
And Jorge then saying like, me fast, Linus slow, and Quinton also slow, steady. Oh yeah, steady. That was it. Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. I thought that was amazing. And Nick, how about you?
Yeah, well, the Q&As went amazing. I like that too. I think I'm very proud of you guys that you pulled off the minigame thing. Because as I have many times told Mattis, if it were just the 2 of us, I probably would have like killed it or kind of did it, like vetoed that one in a way. Yeah. Because I would be like I just always like the entire time I was really stressed because also we have to say my team in the drawing thing we did a lot of mini games bundled together as a team battle, and the 3rd mini game out of 5 I think was to draw stuff. And I was already thinking, people might be getting kind of bored by now. And then my group was just doing so bad. It's really hilarious, actually, now looking back at it. Yeah. And I thought, fuck, this minigame isn't working. Everybody's hating it. Yeah. And it's all stupid. And then I look around and everybody is having great fun. Yeah. And all the other teams were doing amazing. Like my team got 5 points, but Madison's got like 16. So that was really interesting because I thought, like this is fucking stupid. This is so bad right now. But everybody liked it a lot, so that's great on you guys. Yeah. And just the unexpected things for me. I did a lot of. This might be my actually to put the finger on it. My little highlight is I went around and did mini interviews with people. And I learned so much. Like,
I'm so curious to see them.
It was so interesting.
I just saw you standing there sometimes.
The entire Komorebi guys, I mean, obviously because they probably like talked about it, right? And kind of like agree on it, but they all mentioned separately from each other that yours was their favorite presentation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did. And I was trying to motivate everyone. Quentin mentioned that he would love to do a talk next year. Which I think would be so amazing, and stuff like that. And just also when I was doing the interview with Julian, for example, he said, I asked him what was his favorite thing, and there are so many things you could say. The sick video of person X, Y, or Z, or this and that, and he also mentioned the mini games, and to have that happen, right? like it's kind of always still a little different, like having you, like our friends and people say that and be excited about the things we try, but then the people that we kind of invite, right? It's more like a little bit more of a formal relationship, I feel like, and then to have them choose, like Julian choose the most weird kind of fucking thing, most funny thing you guys came up with as his favorite is so cool, because it really shows that we're at a point where we really can try all of our crazy ideas and kind of bring them to life because people are down to try. And so learning all these things in the mini interviews was my favorite. I'm so excited to release those soon, hopefully. Maybe I think there were also quite a few unexpected things happen. Like you can add whatever you want, but maybe
can I add like a favorite thing or like another great thing?
Do it.
Or was it already too much? Okay, so actually it might sound weird, but saying goodbye to everybody was so amazing. Yeah. Like first of all, like I'm super stressed out. I was also like sick during the event, so it's great to like have the relief of the pressure. It's just over. We can like clean us up, go home, and it's done. And I had it a bit last year already because it's just I have so much pressure because I want to make the best event, and so I always have pressure during the event, and at the end I know okay it's good, but this time I got so many nice people coming to me, give me feedback about so many things. Like you said, the mini games, people love that, the video screenings, stuff like that, and so many people told me I will be here next year, and stuff like that. It was just.
It was exciting to actually be able to say it back. We will be too.
Yeah, that's that was actually amazing to have so many people come up to me, and also the headliners and stuff, and say thank you for doing this. And that was actually like so amazing because that's the moment it all pays off. All the work pays off.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a minute when what was the last video screening? The Anyone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was already imagining, I had kind of put together what I wanted to say, and so the final video screening we had was the Anyone video by Tobias. Fucking hell. He did the intro. He did the intro. I was not entirely wrong. The Anyone video by Silas and Alex, exactly. Thank you. With the combinatorics. Yeah. Amazing video. And after that, the final thing we had was like us, just Mattis and I, kind of just talking on the stage, saying a few things, thanking all the people, and doing a little mini Q&A. And because I had this thing in my mind which I wanted to say, which kind of came to me over in the preparation for this event, this idea of, because we always were looking for like a tagline, right? Like Cardistry Experience. And what came to me kind of was like Cardistry Experience, Europe's home for cardistry, right? Like a cardist's home in Europe, like that kind of thing, and it stuck with me in a way, and I really liked that because I felt like we know this space. This is a city I am very familiar with. And stuff. We set everything up here, but to me, like everything starts. The feeling is so different from us just hanging out here and chilling and setting everything up to the people actually coming in, and that it really feels like it's this warm kind of cozy feeling. Like all my friends are showing up, and it does feel a bit like a certain kind of home that is not available anywhere else in a way, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's. I also really felt that obviously my presentation was very. So I had to be very vulnerable to do the presentation. Yeah. And
people appreciated that. That is so.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I really liked about it. It was that like I felt it was a bit scary, and but I think I was like, all right, it went fine, you know. And but people came up to me and they said they were able to relate, and I think a lot of people were motivated to try the Hell Week as well. Right. So I like said, just like contact me and we'll do it together, and we can like share our experiences. And I think that also makes this event not only about cardistry, which I also talked about, but also just about like human experiences and just sharing more stuff than just our technical skills, but also just just like blending our personalities and like be very open to each other and be very accepting, and that makes this a very like warm place and very, very nice. Yeah, very nice to be.
Yeah, and it's like, it is so true what you say, because like, especially for me personally, like my first jams, like the first ever one was in Bremen, but there's nobody left. And then when I wanted to go to jams, I always came to Hamburg, and I was really young back then, like it's a few years ago, but I always traveled those like 3 to 4 hours that I have to come here to meet other cardists. So for me, this is like the cardistry home, this city. And so it fits perfectly, because we are making so much more out of it right now, and so it's becoming even more the home of cardistry. So I think that line fits so perfectly. Like, I also had one in mind.
You'll probably see it on a sticker next year.
Maybe. Like, I also had a line in mind. I think I've never told you, but it's because at this event, like another favorite moment actually, like the release of the You Don't Even Know playing cards. We haven't talked about that.
Absolutely.
But because that is a big step for us, and so I always had in mind Cardistry Experience, your local cardistry event, Cardistry Experience, your local cardistry brand. So it's like, we're not only the event anymore, we're actually moving on and are a brand right now.
Yeah.
We had the release of our first deck right at this event, so there's nothing separating us from like other brands anymore. Like I think your line is still better, but I just wanted to share this one with you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that too. You should have told me earlier. Fucking. Why didn't you tell me?
So next year, 2 stickers in the goodie bag.
Yeah, like I think overall, it was just fantastic to see everyone connect again. Like, there was this old group, and there were so much new people. Like, I think there were about 30 new people here. That was really crazy to see, and I'm really excited for next year that we can just keep growing and like adding to this family that we're building. I think that's really exciting.
And I remember when I was thinking this home, like this idea of home, and obviously everything, like, this is an emotional endeavor, right? Like, it's mainly, as you said, we do cardistry, and it's like a mechanical, technical, motoric thing, but I especially knowingly try to kind of push that off. Like, I love to, if someone wants to show me a move or wants to film a move, I'm down to do it. But I'm really not here to like do cardistry like in the moment, right? I don't have had a lot of moments where I was sitting down and just shuffling cards. Yeah. Because I felt like I'd rather talk to a person about like our experiences.
Yeah. And
that kind of connect us through shuffling cards, you know? And so.
Yeah, and that's what I also feel like most of the time. Also, I told it to you, like with the Interrail tour and stuff, that it's so great to get those connections through cardistry. And I had a great conversation today in the end with the mom of Florence. I forgot her name actually.
Miriam.
Miriam,
It's so cool that she came to you too.
And she told me, her son is doing cardistry, but for her coming here, she started understanding what it is about.
Right.
That it's not just about the cardistry itself, but that it's more like a spirit that keeps the people together, and that people enjoy and come together. Right. And so it was great to see it here for her. So she also told me she had great fun at this event. And that was something so cool. I didn't expect, honestly, because she's not into cardistry herself. When I saw her at the first day, I thought like, okay, she will be fine. She's old enough to do whatever she wants. But I didn't know if we were able to entertain her. But actually, she was really happy with how the event went, and that is also really nice to hear.
Right. That is really crazy. That is really crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing to add.
All right. I had one more thing I would love to share, which was all these things, these ideas, these like memories. Also, already the gratitude, like in the air during the screening of the Anyone team, and I had this moment where I was already like sitting over there on the bar chair. I had taken some photos and then was just sitting there and enjoying like the video and thinking, all right, this is it. After this, we are going to on the stage. I put kind of everything away, kind of getting ready to just go on the stage and say just a couple of things and kind of close the show. And I was really like, I'm happy that it like didn't really happen, but I was actually. I was close to tears.
Yeah, you
actually,
were?
Which is kind of fucked up. Like watching anyone video, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking amazing, right?
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, the video was pretty fucking amazing too. But also, it was mainly, of course, the air in the room, as I said. And I had this moment where I was just like taking my glasses off and was just like, man, I'm just gonna like turn over here for a bit. And then I went in there and just kind of gathered and was like, dude, this is because it has been such a roller coaster the last couple of days, right? But I was really happy to just sit down and I hope like more than anything else, I hope that translates, that after all we're just here, like we may be physically at the like on the verge and stuff, and it may be that we did great, it may be that we could have done way better.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really matter, I think, but I just want everyone to know that we gave it all we had.
Absolutely.
During these days, right?
Yeah.
And I hope that everybody, like, no, it's not like either if you're so happy and excited and say, oh, this was the greatest fucking thing ever, or if you're like, oh, this was kind of cool. And I just hope that you, like, kind of, that everybody can kind of appreciate that we, and you, of course, too, right? That we as a team just gave this all we had, and that it really means something to all of us. And I think that is one of the most important things to me. And also to have that, just prove that again to me. Like I realized in that moment, this means so much to me.
Oh yeah.
This is so close to my heart. Everything that happens here, and it really was a beautiful moment. So that might be my top highlight of the entire event. Just like the final thing.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. And what you said about like us physically doing our best, we're both like, we are kind of sick right now. I woke up today.
And I'm getting there.
I overslept.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's gonna catch you. Yeah.
And so I woke up today. I was like way too late, and I was
slept in like half an hour.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, but Bruno woke me up.
Actually,
It was funny.
I was not feeling great at all. Like I was sick. And then I took a warm shower and a cup of tea, and I thought like, yeah, I just have to do this one day, and I don't care if I'm like sick for a week after that. Yeah. Like the event is the most important thing in my life right now.
Yeah.
And so I like gave it all, but like in the morning it was really hard for me because I really felt really sick. But coming here, as soon as the people were walking in, like I told some of them that I was sick, but still I felt so much better just because the positive vibes from here were just so much more than the negative
like
vibes from so I still felt like, I think I never felt so good while being sick. That's maybe the way to put it.
I think for me, probably the best moments were it was similar that you experienced. It was when we were back in the car and like driving home, and you would like talk in German or something, and I just sat back in the car, and I just felt so full of like satisfaction and just love, basically, just because for me, I still feel like I'm on the clock, and when I would be in the car, it's like, oh, we did it. We did a full day of this, and it went great. And like the sort of the relief that I got, like, because for me it is a true dream coming true, like working here actually. And I think as like when I started, it was just unfathomable to sort of choose this as a career, and now to have actually done sort of paid Cardistry gigs, and just being a part of this, which is a dream. It's like it used to be a dream, and sort of realizing that it's reality right now, that was just the thing. Then I'm probably gonna have that in the car as well, like in a bit.
That's so amazing to hear, because like for us, I hope I can speak for both of us, but for us it's also a dream coming true, because the first event was smaller, with like basically no budget, with just one day. We're trying things out. It was great back then, but looking back, it was like just the beginning, just the start.
Yeah.
Last year it was way better, way more professional, but we were so stressed out. We didn't know if it would continue, like you also said in the end. Like it was just, we wanted to improve it, but we just focused on the one time. And this year is actually the first year where we have in mind to do this long term and to keep going. Mm-hmm. And this can only happen if we have people to help us, if we can, like, if we're able to get team members who help us at the event time. Like it doesn't matter if we spend like 2 hours each week for a full year to prepare this, but at the event doing all of this by ourselves doesn't work long term. So this is like, this event is the beginning of it actually becoming like a long term thing and an ongoing thing.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Right. I think we have a good sweep. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't have anything to add. How about you guys? Any last words?
It was great. It was a great Cardistry experience.
And a literal experiment as well. So, dude, Hansel he's just levels above all of us, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's I think I'm ready to go home, but I'm also ready for next year, I think.
Dude, yeah, and that is me too, dude. I can relate. So, guys, thank you all.
Wait. I just had another favorite moment.
And here we go again.
One more time. Let's hear it for him.
I'm sorry, but like we already.
I have to get this. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes, but we can finish ourselves. It doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
Because we already talked about the Camarabi Q&A, but actually having Jorge on stage saying it is better than Cardistry Con, that was such a great feeling for me, because of course we were thinking a lot about Cardistry, and I cannot like agree or disagree because I've never been to a Cardistry Con actually. Yeah. Like, have you been to one?
I've not been, no.
No, right. No. So London in 2 months will be the first Cardistry Con for both of us.
Yeah.
And so I cannot like agree or disagree, so this shouldn't be something against Cardistry Con, but just having somebody say that is like the biggest appreciation we can get for making these events. And having someone like Jorge, who traveled all the way from New York, say that.
Shout out that they did that. Dude. That was absolutely fantastic. I think it's a good sign. Like it's a good signal for us. Like as hosting a Cardistry event is, and they having a bit of experience with other events. I think it's great that they're so enthusiastic about it, and that gives us drive as well for upcoming events. And that's very energizing to hear those words from them.
Yes,
I think
that's all of my favorite moments now.
Yeah,
dude. If you remember another one, we can just like
write it in the caption of the podcast.
Exactly.
So guys, read the caption.
Read the caption. Thank you all for tuning in. If you found your way here, if you were at the event, we love you. We really hope you will consider to come to the next. And if you did not attend any event at all yet, you might want to.
This is great. I hear there's this great Cardistry Hamburg event
Dude, we
coming next year, I believe.
We should check that out, man. Now that you say it.
Yeah, I hope this episode wasn't too confusing for people who weren't here, because we talked a lot about things going on at the event. I think it was fine, but
It'll be all right.
if you didn't understand what we were talking about, check out the content that we'll post like in the future.
Right.
We'll have a lot of videos from this event coming up, so you will be able to see a lot of the stuff that was going on here.
Exactly. So, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Bruno. It's been a pleasure.
It's the pleasure was all mine.
All right, and no pressure, no pleasure left to give because it's all his. But it has been fun nonetheless, guys. Let's get out of here.
Let's wrap it up.
Dude, let's go.